Hey, what's up everyone? This is going to be your guide on how to use Solomon Grundy. His forward walk is pretty decent when he gets going, his back walk's okay, his back dash kind of sucks honestly, and his forward dash is pretty good, and his jump really sucks, along with his jump ins, like his jump attacks. He has the floatiest jump in the game, or top 2 floatiest with Lex. Here are some normals he has. His stand 1 is 12 frames startup, which really sucks, but it's the only stand 1 that's a mid in the game. His stand 2 is pretty good, +2 on block, reaches pretty far. His back 1, it's an overhead, and there will be more on this later in the video. It's a reactable overhead, and more on it later, like I said, because it's +1,000,000 on hit, and it helps his grab game a lot. His forward 1, it's a 20 frame low starter, like semi-reactable. Has okayish range, and his down 2, it's got good vertical range, but horizontal range not so much, and it's his fastest mid at 8 frames. His down 1 unfortunately is on the slower side. I think it's 10 frames, and it has a follow-up, so you kind of just can't get your turn back with his down 1, unfortunately. A lot of the time you're gonna have to use down 2, and his down 2, it's not the most consistent. You gotta be pretty quick against like some air-to-air or jump ins with it, otherwise you'll get like trades or just flat out stuffed. But if you do land it, it can lead to some good damage. And here's some random back 3 tech you could do to do like a forward 3 knockdown that leaves him behind you. His throw range is pretty decent, not too short like some other characters in the game. Onto some strings. 1-1-2 is going to be one of your main strings that you use because it has a tick throw, and it also just combos into some specials. 1-1-3 is a meterless launcher that's plus on block, but since his buttons are pretty slow, you're not really going to be able to use those plus frames too much. 1 back 2, it is really good for damage scaling. It doesn't scale that hard on the damage side, and it's also a tick throw. Forward 1-2 and forward 1-2-2. It's a decent string. It's a confirmable string off his forward 1 low. And the third hit is +8 on block, but it has a massive gap that can be interrupted by normals, pokes, armor, or backdashed. So if you condition your opponent, it's a pretty good string. You just got to use it pretty carefully is all. And forward 1-3, another follow-up off of his low starter, and it is also a tick throw. Grave Rot, one of his special moves, it just does little damage over time if you're in like within reach, and it doesn't reach too far. You do have to be pretty close with this move. Meter Burn Grave Rot just does more damage. Instead of 1%, it does 2.5%. It's like similar to Scarecrow's trait in Injustice 2 if you guys ever played him in that game. And you can also stack Grave Rots. So you could do Meter Burn Grave Rot and then meterless Grave Rot, but you can't do it in that other, like in the other order. You can't do meterless into meter burn. It has to be meter burn into regular. And it also can attack people's armor, but it can't break armor for some reason. It'll only deal 1 hit to an armor. Now for his other special move, Dead Air, it's simply just a combo extender, and it's also a really good knockdown too. It's super advantageous on hit. And it's more advantageous on hit for some reason if you do meter burn Dead Air and then do Dead Air later in the combo. Grundy has an air grab, and it's really fast, has really good priority, and it's like pretty similar level to Doomsday's. Like you can be pretty late on the reaction and still air grab somebody. Like it's very lenient, good hitbox, and is also super plus on hit, and it helps set up his command grab game very well. Overall, really good anti-air. He has a cleaver spin that's an overhead. The meterless one is whatever, and it's your main wake-up attack along with Walking Corpse, but more on Walking Corpse later in the video. Meter Burn Cleaver is +3 on block, but you really can only follow up a down 2 on block since it's 8 frame startup, and the rest of his buttons are really slow. Swamp Hands is just a low tracking move, but if you meter burn it, it restands, is plus on block, and it does have a little bit of an anti-air hitbox, so it can catch you out of the air if they jump too late, which is really, this move is really good for dodging interactables because it has that hit of armor. Now honestly, Walking Corpse, this is probably like one of the best moves in the game. Grundy, when he does this move, he just grabs you and it's just a knockdown, but when he meter burns it, he's like plus like triple digits and you're just knocked down. It has 3 hits of armor, so you need to break it with 4 hits. And unfortunately, Injustice has a huge problem with throw immunity, so this is one of the downsides of Walking Corpse, is it's got throw immune exploits. But this move has so many good uses for it. You get guaranteed interactables with it because of how plus the meter burn version is. And here are some examples of the combos you can get off of it. It leads to huge damage, and again, free interactables. So here's some of those being showcased. This combo specifically only works on big bodies right here, but you can get 3 meter burn Walking Corpses in the same combo, which is pretty cool. I actually didn't know you could do multiple meter burn Walking Corpses in the same combo until like a couple days ago. And if you set this move up properly, you can make Walking Corpse actually hit on the other side. I was holding Clash right there, and that's why Catwoman was holding forward, but my Clash didn't come out. And a lot of the moves you do into Walking Corpse, if they hit, your Walking Corpse will whiff, but stand 2 specifically will grab the opponent still, even if you land stand 2, and then cancel on the Walking Corpse. And Walking Corpse also has a cancel, but you can only cancel at one window of the move, so it's not like as lenient as other flash parries, but you can use it as such. And normally Cat Claws is safe, but you can use Walking Corpse as a flash parry and punish wake-ups that are normally safe on block. And a lot of your like down 2 Walking Corpse is like one of the best game plans you can do with Grundy, because it covers jumps pretty well. If they block your down 2, you're just walking in on them with armor, so you have to like make them guess whether you're going to grab them or not. It's honestly just a really good game plan that he can enforce on you, and mixed in with his cancels is just pretty tricky to deal with, especially if a character has like a lack of throw immune tools. Now onto Grundy's trait. There's a lot that this trait comes with. It's a command grab, an unreactable command grab. It does have some decent range, and it hits mid, so you have to jump it. I also did forget to mention Walking Corpse is also mid. You have to jump that as well. And it has 1 hit of armor if you meter burn the trait. It's called the Pain Chain, so I'll just call it the Pain Chain. This follow-up that you see right here is the Power Chain. It gives Grundy more damage after you successfully land it. So the first time I did the Pain Chain, it did 25 damage, and then now it does 28 damage. And this is going to be a combo without the Pain Chain damage, or the Power Chain damage boost. So that's 47% plus 25%, right? For the Power Chain. Yeah, 47 plus 25, so that's 72% in total. And the same exact combo is being done again, but with the Power Chain active. That did 56% plus the command grab. So 56 plus 28, that would be 84 damage. And the first combo did 72 damage. So that's a big difference. Similar to Walking Corpse, the first step of the Power Chain can actually reverse inputs, so I'm holding Clash, and my Clash isn't coming out because I'm holding like regular, I'm holding left in this example, when I should be holding right to Clash. The Health Chain It's pretty self-explanatory. He just takes less damage from attacks. It's the hardest hitting chain at 31%, whereas the power chain does 25%. And here's a combo that Catwoman just does standard damage with, 40%. But with the health chain, this will do less damage. I think this combo did 32%, if I remember correctly. Yep, 32%, so a quarter less damage. And the last chain is the defense chain. It just reduces the chip damage you take as Grundy, and it's the weakest hitting chain. It does 21 damage. So this one does 21 damage, the power chain does 25, and the health chain does 31. So I think normally Trident Rush on block does like 16% chip damage, but with the defense chain, this does almost no chip damage. It's really, really good. Really big difference. And here are all the tick throws that Grundy has into his trait grab, which he has 7, I think. There's 6 listed, and you can't list any more than 6 on here, so... Oh, he has 8, actually. So he has back 2, 3, and he has 3, 2. So in some instances, when you have Grave Rot active, it might be better to go for a specific chain. The power chain and the defense chain, they leave you close enough to the opponent to where Grave Rot will keep ticking. But unfortunately, the health chain, it misses out on a lot of the damage that you get from Grave Rot, so it only does 3 extra %. But as you've seen, the power chain did 33%, and the defense chain, I don't remember how much it does. Let's see when it finishes. And these animations take so long. Goes to 28%. So normally the defense trait does 21%, but that did 28 with Grave Rot. So it's sometimes beneficial to go for a specific chain grab depending on how much Grave Rot you have left active. Just a little damage recap. The power chain does 25, the defense chain does 21, and the health chain does 31. So just like the previous grapplers I covered in these Injustice guides, Grundy has the same laws of grappling. He can enforce the 50-50 on knockdown on whether he's going to grab you or not. And this is also really scary paired with his flash parry walking corpse. So if you want to escape these command grabs, you have to wake up with the wake up attack. And here are some knockdowns you can do to set those up. And I'm also backdashing when I'm not using the wake up attack and it's not working, so I have to use the wake up attack as previously mentioned in other guides. So going back to that overhead back 1 normal I mentioned, it's like plus 25, I think, if I remember correctly, but it's plus enough pretty much to guarantee that you get a command grab. You can't backdash, you can't jump. They never made an escape route for this move, so you just get a free command grab after you land back 1. So a lot of the damage comes from doing a meter burn swamp hands to restand the opponent, end your combo in back 1, and then doing your command grab of choice. That's one of the big reasons why Grundy hits so hard, is because he's just getting an unscaled free command grab at the end of most of his combos with meter burn swamp hands. So yeah, he just hits like a truck, and especially if he has a background bounce too, it's only going to be a 1 bar combo. So he's hitting for like 70 sometimes for 1 bar if he has an interactable bounce. And in some combos too, if you're close enough after meter burn swamp hands, you can actually do a Grave Rot, and it actually adds a lot more damage instead of just doing the jump 2. But you have to be close enough, otherwise you'll miss your combo and it'll drop. And here's just like a for fun combo that's super situational and does a crap ton of damage. So enjoy that combo. That was 93% plus this 33%. That's 126 damage. That's insane. Unfortunately, Grundy cannot do down 1 interactable bounce, so that really sucks. And this is his super move. It works differently compared to other super moves. He goes into this like stance where his walk speed's like decently faster. He has a farther like advancing jump, And the catch behind this is he has to grab you, and it can be hard against some characters, like because some characters just have like a good way around this. He has hits of armor during this super move, so some characters, it's I'm kind of mixed on whether it's good or bad or not. Honestly, like some characters can get around it pretty easily, and it's all 4 of your bar, so it's usually not worth going for. But yeah, it has infinite hits of armor, and unfortunately, you can't do a knockdown and set this up like you can with his command grab or walking corpse. Otherwise, it would be worth going for if you could just get an unbreakable 37%. But if you do land this super move, it does lead to a plus like knockdown to where you can guarantee 50-50 off of it, so that's cool. And if you do manage to land a meterless back one or just a back one, you do get a free super move, but a lot of the time you don't have 4 bars and also hit a back one, so that's some cool stuff right there. And yeah, that's everything you need to know about Grundy, and as always, here's some modern day footage of the Solomon Grundy. Also, before I show the footage, Grundy was seen as like a bottom tier character, but I think over time, like after the game had died, like I think me and my brother really fleshed out this character a lot, and it's just been really cool to see like the growth in the character. Yeah, not for reals this time. Onto the modern day footage of Solomon Grundy.